And here on the third episode of Kill Shot is something that I do have quite a few things to say about, especially in the developmental stages of things a little bit. I'll get into that right away then, because anyone who follows my stuff knows that there was a short action thriller that I was attempting to make several years ago that has since been developed in a very large-scale script, like 140 pages, big budget type of thing. One of my favorite characters that I created for that, called Vengeance, was the character of David Swan, who's actually a hitman from Seattle and everything. He's been a mercenary, all kinds of things, soldier. And originally the idea was that Crowe here, portrayed by Thom McCloud, was going to be David Swan. That I was going to link the two just in my own way. But when I decided that the whole kind of hitch of the entire series was that there was only going to be one character throughout the whole series that was going to be left alive. Everyone else would be killed in some way, shape, or form. I was going to kill off David Swan, my favorite character from Vengeance. So instead of Swan, now we have Crowe. So I keep that naming motif in there. But there's a bit of a thing trying to decide who to cast in this episode and casting these roles and everything. But I threw around a couple names here and there, and I just decided that Steve was a solid actor. He's a guy who could really grasp on the ideas and everything that of the story, the death of tragedy and the character of Lou. And then Thom, I had cast in a role in P.I. Dangerous, but we never got to shoot anything with him, and I really wanted to use Thom, I really wanted to work with Thom and everything. I thought Crowe would be something that'd be interesting to have him too and everything. It was great working with Thom and everything, because we shot his side of the scene first, then I turned around, shot Steve's stuff, but I noticed as we went along doing Steve's end of the scene that Thom kept getting better. He kept getting more passionate in what he was doing, a lot better. So I turned around, we just did one more take, so the shots you see later on where it's just a handheld on Thom here, not yet, but later on, that's the last take we did after everything else that I think he really punched it up more, like here and later on. So I think that it was just good happenstance that I caught on to, that he kept getting more into it and everything. And this is actually the Lake Michigan shoreline in Indiana. The Indiana dunes and everything. It's a place I went to in high school and then hadn't been there in eternity, and I just kind of went out there a couple times about the year or so prior, just to kind of like get that tranquil feeling, get away from everything a little bit, just kind of lay on the beach, watch the endless horizon and everything. I just liked the aesthetic of the whole place. It just gave a different feel and everything, and the idea of Lou being from Seattle, this kind of be set in Seattle and everything was okay. I'm a big Point Break fan, and I just wanted to kind of emulate. I love the ending of that movie. It's saying that's also kind of emulated in the Vengeance script and everything. I just wanted to have a scene set on the beach with two characters in this sort of interesting, emotional life or death scenario. And it just has that light touch of it, the setting, some of the tone, but it's way different in terms of the character interactions and the characters involved. But I like to, at the early stages of everything of getting casting and everything, it was always asking, who's the hero of the series? And I said, well, he's not particularly a hero, but Lou is the most sympathetic of everyone. He's the one that you can relate to the most. He's the one you can feel for the most. Maynard and Graham are not. Maynard's entertaining. You can get a lot of entertainment value out of him. He's fun to watch and everything. But he's still a cold, murderous bastard, and Graham is even more far gone than that. So Lou's a guy you can latch on to. You can just see this guy being forced to do things that he doesn't want to do, but he has to in order to survive. And even in the flashback episodes before the tragedy of Cassandra happens, you still get this sense that something more has happened in his background to make him a very fractured person in his heart and his soul and everything. And I think Steve's done a wonderful job so far of hitting those emotional beats with the character. And just great getting this shot, this kind of, just getting that nice, beautiful horizon. We were shooting the thing with a lot of light that was kind of burning away at the end of the thing, and it was a real pain to get all the color timing to work right, but it was very extensive, but I finally got it all to work together, and it's really nice. I like the look of the whole episode, even though it's just kind of like shot, reverse shot stuff. I still like how it looks, the difference between the lockdown shots, the handheld stuff, and the rhythm, the pacing, and everything. The performances are great. And obviously I mentioned my friends HEMI here with their Welcome to Bombtown track, which is thought the song just had the right kind of. It's a song about desolation and fire and death and everything. It just felt that fits this series well, so I'll use that as the end title credits.